skateboard industry is when, like, you're all with your mates and just have fun and everything.
Skateboarding that was my release. It saved my life.
You know, guys were skating banks and trying to emulate surfing, and before you know it, they were in the pools, and you know, that's when I got hooked on it. And you know, that was kind of the beginning and the birth of modern skating.
It's different to how it is now, you know, but when I was a kid, it really wasn't a sport. You know, I still look at skateboarding as an art form.
Well, my time in skateboarding has been like pretty much the last 25 years.
You got some money to get your skaters to events. Get them to an event outside their country. Give them some bloody experience, mate. Fly them out. They can stay on someone's couch, mate. Don't forget us down here either. We're representing your companies over there for you down here. Where's ours? Chop us out. Spread the love.
We all skated street and bowls and ramps and everything together. So, and that's now coming back finally. You know, the kids are less rigid, you know, and reducing themselves to just street skating or tranny or whatever they call it.
But I think lately with all the economic crisis and all that, like I think a lot of the companies aren't being able to support skateboarders and do things in Australia, so it's made it a little bit harder.
That's just part of the statistical economic part of it, you know, where you have a few companies that run everything, and it's, you know, it's because it's winner take all.
I don't know, just see where it goes over the next 5 years. It's going to be interesting.
You know, Nike put in $40 million last year into skateboarding. They killed other programs that they had underneath their brand to put that money into the skate end of it, you know, because they see a return, right? I mean, I live in a country of 330 million people, and more kids ride a skateboard than play baseball.
And yeah, so you got big money running around doing what they can, whether it's with a company like Nike or any, you know, Jack in the Box, who knows, you know, it's just everyone's going to try to, you know, influence it into their favor.
How you go about it could either be good or bad, you know what I mean? And I mean, some people look at, well, look what they've done, $40 million for skateboarding, but there's some of us that go, yeah, but you're squeezing out all the endemics that built skateboarding for you, built that platform for you to now come in and, I don't want to use the word rape us, but you know what I mean? Sometimes it's how it feels like if I was a shop owner or I was a small skate company owner, you know, and I'm just being forced out of the market because I can't compete with these multinational corporate entity that, you know, makes shoes at pennies on the dollar, you know. In that respect, the soul of skateboarding is gone.
Stop abusing our passion.
We're talking about the corporations trying to take over skateboarding and how companies like Nike are trying to own skateboarding. And companies like bands and that know that you can't just come in to make a dollar. Think that way, you're probably going to fall on your face.
The corporate guys come in and literally I was threatened by corporate that how dare I own a shop in their town, we're going to get so much stock in and put you out of business because we can.
even in the pro ranks, there's a lot of guys, including myself, that have to work to be a skateboarder. You know, and that's fine with me.
They all had to have jobs. You know, you couldn't survive without it unless you're going to live at your parents' place rent-free for the rest of your life.
I don't know, I think it's the underdogs, the ones that aren't getting paid, that are keeping the guys that are getting paid on their toes, mate.
I can only name probably like 4 masters that are doing it, you know, exclusively through skating, and probably less than 10 that are, you know, pro bull riders. So
I've seen AMs that are better than pros.
So between chiefly skating and art, I try to carve out a living.
There's 3 people. Some people are born natural talent for skating. Just born, as soon as they step on, they just rip, amazing style, everything. There's plenty of them out there. Other people can't do that, but they can learn to skate.
I know a lot of skateboarders that they're geniuses. You know, they truly are geniuses. You know, they can't keep it turned on all the time, but when they're shining, they're really shining. You know, because skateboarding's not an easy thing. You know, I mean, the average kid just can't pick up a skateboard and rip. You know,
skateboarding has gone through so many different genres and periods, and I definitely jumped in at different times, you know, and was part of different parts of skating.
Me, I wasn't born with style or talent or anything. I learned everything. I had ugly style, ugliest stink bug grabs, the worst style you could possibly think of. And I had to learn the hard way about how shit should be done and how to learn my tricks. Any day you can open a skate mag and you see guys doing the same shit, and it's like, why are they getting their shit run? Like I said before, because they're best mates with the TMs, with the photographers and stuff. I'm all about the guys that are unknown, you know, Haydeck, Lexi in Melbourne, ripping. Guaranteed none of you guys have heard of him, unless you're mates with him. Rips over any street skater, bowl skater, tranny skater, rips. Will never be seen in the media because he's hated on. Why? Fuck knows, he rips. No, I'm all down for the underdog, mate. They're the ones going out there, working full-time jobs, or not even working, just to skate every day. And that's what it's about, all about it. All these guys earning money, like, don't have to work a day. Good for you, but I'm always there, 100%. I'll back up any underdog over anyone that's getting paid, 100%.
Skateboarding is definitely something that I think brings a lot of people together. There is that brother and sisterhood, you know what I mean? Because there's a lot of really amazing girls who skateboard now too. You know, it was always a man's kind of thing, but now it's kind of gone to both sexes. You know, Lizzie Armanto is a good example of that. You know, she's such a great ambassador for all the girl skateboarders. But it is a brother-sisterhood kind of thing, you know. There's the competition end of it, you know, and some really take that to heart. But I think the majority, it goes back to the feeling that it gives you, you know what I mean? And that's, I guess, what just keeps me in it, you know what I mean? If I can help somebody learn to know what that feels like, you know, then I think I'm doing all right.
Well, I think
since the Vision Streetwear days, you know what I mean? That skateboarding has influenced urban and street culture. And just so you know, Justin Bieber, you can be you, but you'll never be a skateboarder. I'll tell you that right now.
Still think it's difficult to make money in Australian skateboarding? Perhaps because independent stores closed many doors in the past 2 years. Most of these were replaced by specialty chain stores, causing less than expected drop in total surf skate doors, up to 4,826 in 2010. What this means is the smaller independent stores are being replaced by larger corporate chains. When this creature rises its strange head to the surface, what's seen in multinational market tightly controlled with corporate products saturating corporate chains, squeeze an independent competition out of the market. In this economically driven world, we are all born on you can't blame anyone for trying to earn an income from their passion. For a skateboarder to compete at a professional level, they must find a way to pay the bills. Many professional skateboarders are sponsored by independent skateboard manufacturers. However, in this economic environment, many independent skateboard manufacturers simply cannot afford to compete with multinationals and pay their skaters at the same time. Unless the skateboarder wins prize money, they won't often earn a cent. Despite reports that skateboarding has grown to a multi-billion-dollar global industry, skateboarding has raw ground roots beginning. It is still regarded by some as still being in its infancy in Australia. Yet estimates place potential revenue close to 100 million per annum. If that's true, with a population of 22 million, it won't be long before skateboarding in Australia explodes and really takes off. However, others would say the bomb had dropped long ago. It's been ticking away ever since, waiting to explode.
companies aren't being able to support skateboarders and do things in Australia, so it's made it a little bit harder.
One thing everyone seems to agree on is the skateboarding industry is a mighty strange, unbalanced creature. In our current economic-driven world, you can never fault anyone for trying to earn a living, but can't blame someone for being successful. Placing fault, blaming or ridiculing someone for how they earn a living or who they work for or are paid by is ridiculousness. All's good, Rob. However, what the executives at the corporations haven't learned yet is they've got it all backwards. They've got it all wrong. In the world of skateboarding, balance is integrally critical to whatever you do. Balance should and needs to come from every aspect. Because when things that shouldn't happen do, it's clear, and this environment opens the door to a cascade of all kinds of detrimental human behaviours. No matter how much money you're going to make, no matter how many investors you have, no one owns skateboarding. No one owns skateboarding. Therefore, nobody can own skateboarding. Like the freedom and the imagination of a child, skateboarding is and always will be free.
The guy in Australia without the backing hurts his ankle or something, he's got no medical backup because he can't afford it.
I got the air, George. Wow. What are you doing, George? I just went into a little section. I was done with my run. I was going to do some fakies and maybe do rock and roll and stuff. But when I went down and stood out and I put both arms out in front of me, I dislocated both shoulders. Oh, no way. And I was laying there and I'm on my stomach and I'm going, how in the hell am I going to get up? Both shoulders are out.
See how Charlie
If that ain't gnarly, that's gnarly shit. I've never I dislocate this shoulder. That's why I can't do everything that I'm supposed to do, like foot plant and inverse and stuff, because this will come out.
Right.
So I try to do everything front side. And this was just a fluke. This has never come out. I mean, I'm sure I broke my collarbone, but
painful enough.
I'm telling you, to have both shoulders at the same time, that's a new experience. That's a new experience.
Come to Bondi for a new experience.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely.
There you go.
Badlands! Right there. Come here. Talk about Badlands. Tell them about Badlands right now.
What about the concrete and the dust and all?
No, just talk about Badlands, the attitude of Badlands.
The Badlands attitude. There was no better attitude than you needed an attitude to go to Badlands. That's what about Badlands. It's all about the attitude. If you didn't have the attitude, you didn't belong in the frickin' park. That's for damn sure.
And tell us about pipe pasting.
Pipe pasting, that was interesting. Pipe pasting, it was kind of an unfair advantage as far as pipe pasting, because backside guys could always reach a lot higher. Frontside guys, I'd have to get my knees wrapped up over the top of my head and then my head between my legs just to get a sticker at the top of the ceiling. But It is what it is. That was fun stuff. Very fun stuff.
Well, you had the sickest photos in that Skateboard World magazine, right? Dude, I kind of find that shot.
I have one. I did get a hold of one.
And gnarly.
My knees are just I'm way overboard.
And you got those vector pads without pads? Like, dude, what's he doing? He's like out of his mind. Yeah, Ripper!
Good stuff.
know what I mean? I like the thrill, I like the speed, I like the rush. So I think, you know, once you have that addiction, it's a hard addiction to get rid of.
Almost alright.
Lucky I got small puff.
Lucky you have a...
You see, every one of these people has one core value in common. It's not that they can shred, carve or rip any type of concrete surface, bowl, ramp or street, or because they've developed the balance of a cat by sheer determination, or even toughen their bones by getting slammed to the ground multiple times. It's not their passion for art, life or adventure, although these are the things that go into building their character. It's that they all have skateboarding flowing through their veins. They all share a camaraderie which exists within a skateboarding community that lasts a lifetime. These people are centred to the core values of life itself, because it doesn't matter how young or old you are, what part of the world you're from, whether you're a rock star or an unknown, how much money you do or don't have, if you're sponsored or not, how much you stink after sweating your ass off, how ugly or good looking your head is, how fat, skinny or indifferent, whether you're straight or gay, or even if you ride your four wheels attached to a chair. What brings all these people together as one?